Hello, everybody. This is Wheels the Writer with a writer's review on a movie. Today is going to be a double feature. It's going to be a movie review for Believer and Believer 2, which is a movie series on Netflix. It was produced in South Korea. It is currently on Netflix. I'm pretty sure that it was co-produced by some Netflix representatives. Anyway, it takes place. The first one takes place with a detective. I forget his name at this point, but I don't really know how to pronounce Korean names anyway. My point is this: is it takes place with this one detective, and he creates a special task force to bring down this prolific drug dealer named. It's not Mr. Han. I think it's Mr. U or Mr. H. Anyway, so how it goes down is like this, right? Is that one of the detectives' confidential informants dies by a drug overdose, and these drugs were produced by Mr. H. So the premise of the first movie and the majority of the second movie, but I'll get to the second movie in a minute here. The majority of the first movie and the premise of the first movie is to find out who Mr. Han is. So, during the duration of the first movie, I'm not going to try to spoil much because even though it is one of my favorite movies, it definitely is a crime thriller experience, and I've watched a lot of crime thrillers, a lot of action movies. They seem to have the same cliche, which is like the one super cop who could do just about anything, or the one ex-CIA agent, or the ex-spy agent who comes out of retirement to, just have a bunch of plot armor, fight all the bad guys, and then there's one major bad guy. Win or lose, normally the good guy wins, but anyway, so in this movie, it's really different because, they stay grounded in the fact that, like, this is a, drug operation. It's not like, one of those, cheap Chinese, Hong Kong style, crime thrillers, it's not, really Americanized to where it's like, boom, there's gonna be a bunch of explosions and shit. Anyway, so here's the main plot line for that is that in the first movie, this detective, right after his confidential informant dies, is asked to create a special task force to track down, let's just call him Mr. H. And nobody knows who Mr. H is. Everybody, pretty much everybody in his criminal network says, oh, I'm Mr. H. No, I'm Mr. H. You have to meet this guy to actually meet Mr. H. So a lot of the side villains that the main character, the main detective meets in the movie, they're liars, they not only try to kill him, but they try to lie to him to kind of throw him off the scent of the original and the authentic Mr. H. And with the plot twist with the first movie, right now is where it goes from spoiler free for the first movie to spoilers for the first movie of the Believer series. So anyway, 3, 2, 1, here come the spoilers. So one of the informants that the main detective is working with had his own like, you know, intention on finding Mr. H. So he actually tries to kill the main detective near the end of the movie, and then disappears, evades him, evades the main detective, which leads into the second movie. The second movie takes place, like, timeline wise, 2 years later, and the reason why I'm putting these both together is because they're literally one after another, right? Now, there's like a couple side characters, but it doesn't really matter to the first part of the story. The second part of the story, it gets a little bit more in depth, which is Believer 2. And I believe the main detective is somewhere in Thailand or in Indonesia, one of those two. And he figures out that there's like a more extensive drug ring to Mr. H's operation, and that Mr. H, as he finds out later after he fights this woman that takes down most of his guys, like, I'm gonna be honest, Believer 2's a little bit, well, a lot more like kung fu movie based, and it's pretty crazy. Like, I do enjoy the gunfights, but it kind of goes buck wild. So this woman that he fights in the first act of the second movie turns out to be Mr. H's daughter, like the authentic Mr. H, and she is trying to take over her father's drug business, and it's hectic for sure. But she's not only smart in how she does it, she's brutal. You know, like she basically takes down whatever squad is coming after her. Like, that's kind of her premise. I don't think she has plot armor. She's just that skilled. At least on like movie basis, and you know, like this movie, like, people don't really have any special powers. They don't really have any special training. Like, there's nothing special about them. It's really just grounded in like the Korean drug market, like all this type of shit. Anyway, it is like the second movie is definitely, I would say, a crazy conclusion to what goes on. So basically, in the second act of the first movie, the main detective, the main protagonist, finds out that the real Mr. H has a daughter, but he hasn't met Mr. H yet. The informant that he was working with in the first movie that ends up turning on him turns back up again, like turns up, like he is now able to be trapped again, and I don't really know what was really going on with his character. I don't really understand why they saved the twist, like why they saved the twist on the informant character till the end of the first movie, because it kind of made it lackluster, but it's still very entertaining. Like, there's still a lot of things I'm not telling you because I want you guys to actually watch this movie. Like, here's a side note. I think a lot of Korean films, especially when they come to like crime and shit, and like drama, but mainly like crime thrillers, they're shot so well. They're shot so well. Like, even more than Japanese or Chinese films, because they're not trying to be artistic. I think really, like, when it comes to crime films specifically, that a lot of these directors, at least for the ones they hire for Netflix, really just get the tone right. You know, like, you're not, like, yes, there are gonna be your hit and misses on Netflix, and maybe I'll do a movie review on the bad, like, and cheesy movies that are on here, but maybe another time. And that movie review would definitely be longer It's mainly gonna be more for like satire and jokes because it is pretty funny and like dude like they get a budget for these type of movies, like for the bad ones that are on there, like the ones that aren't planned out very well, and then they just fuck them up. To be honest, yeah, the Believer series is not one of these movies. Like I would really just recommend that you sit down, you watch it, and if you're a crime thriller fan like I am, then you're going to enjoy it. You're going to enjoy it. It's not cheesy at all. Okay, but getting back to the original movie reviews. So the first movie, for Believer, I would say they definitely do better with the storytelling. The twist near the end of the movie, because there's multiple, like it's kind of a lot. It really is. The second movie makes a lot more sense because, like, I'll be honest, during the first act of the second movie, there's a big fight scene, and then during the second act, one of the main side villains comes back. Like, he's not the best one. There's one before him, but anyway, one of the main side villains comes back. He's pretty cool. He's now in a wheelchair for some reason. Like, he got burned in the last movie, but not like to the point where you think he would be in a wheelchair. But anyway, that's at least my opinion. He comes back. He has his own army to track down this detective. The only thing I don't like about the second movie, to be honest, is that it gets like just outlandish. They go from realistic to like realistic and grounded in real life somewhat. Like, of course, some things have to be Hollywood. To in the second movie, they just make it like, oh, he's a super cop now. Like, he's the one man show. And this is for like the main protagonist. Anyway, for the second movie, and this is going to be spoilers. 3, 2, 1, spoilers. In the second movie, the main detective doesn't even end up finding him. It's the fucking informant dude. So the crazy thing about that is that the informant somehow ends up finding him because he ends up like switching sides for like the third time. Okay, and being like, well, like the main protagonist, the main detective, did help me, did save my life multiple times, not only in the first movie, but in the second half, the second movie as well. And so, yeah, Mr. Han, the real one, does not even, like, bro, there's no major security. He's not, like, like, bunkered in this, like, super, like, even high-tech, like, bunker type of, like, drug dealer haven type of thing. He's just in a cabin, and then he gets shot in the face. So, I mean, by a side character who, in the first movie, he's more of a main character, but the informant in the second movie, like, really just does his own shit, and then he pops up. And it's like, it's kind of weird, because, like, it's just, I have a difference in opinion with how the second movie should have gone, because it started off really good. But I would give the first movie definitely an 8 out of 10. It definitely kept my attention. The second movie is kind of out there with a lot of shit. Like, I'm not even going to lie. And I'll probably give it a 6 out of 10. Like, it's a good conclusion to the series, but there's a lot of other shit with the second movie that doesn't make sense and doesn't correlate with the first movie's storyline very well at all. Like, because the second movie kind of introduces things like Mr. Han's daughter as a character. It introduces like her whole mercenary squad within that second movie, and it's not brought up in the first movie. It's not brought up that she's trying to make her own way, not only as a female character, but like to prove herself to her father, in his drug organization. Like it's not really confusing. It's just dumb. Like her whole motivation gets completely undermined because she loses a fight, and it becomes like a kung fu movie in the second half. Like it's really dumb. But I mean, overall, the series is really entertaining to watch. I mean, if you are gonna watch it, just watch it for a lot of the action scenes, especially the first movie. Like, if you're really looking for a good storyline, watch the first Believer movie, and then and I think you'll get a kick out of it. The second Believer movie is like a cheesy kung fu B-roll flick. Like, it really didn't need to be made. I feel like they could have gone further with the original storyline and had like a perfect series. But anyway, it's only 2 movies. They're directed by the same guy. I mean, I like Believer because I grew up with like movies like The Raid. Jet Li is the one. So like I grew up with like, like Jet Li's The Bodyguard as well. But anyway, like I grew up with like these cheesy kind of like masculine, like, oh, we're gonna just, we're a super badass and we do kung fu and it's gonna be crazy, man, and we're taking on like 10 guys at once, right? And that's where like I was kind of thrown off with the second movie, because the first movie was nowhere like that. The first movie was just complete, like really like a caper film. Like, and I'll show you an example in my next movie review after I do Obsession. I'll do Ocean's 11 and Ocean's 12 because those are the only 2 Ocean's movies that matter. Those are like my favorite. Specifically Ocean's 12. But I'll get to that in the beginning of my movie reviews for June, because I have to look at my list, because I'm pretty sure, like, now that this movie review is over, well, let me give you a quick synopsis. So main detective in the first Believer movie he doesn't find out who Mr. Han is. Okay, like, a lot of people die, like, there's a lot of twists and turns, but you don't get to figure out as a viewer who Mr. Han is till the second movie. During the second movie, I feel that they lost what made the first movie so good. Like, it's still entertaining to watch, but it's pretty much a whole different movie. It's pretty much a kung fu flick. It's not like a crime thriller. I mean, I would watch it. Just, if you like the first movie, then you kind of have to watch it. But anyway, both movies, like, 8 out of 10 for the first one, and then for the second one, probably 6 out of 10, 5.5 out of 10. But unfortunately, you have to watch them both in succession to kind of understand how the storyline ends. I don't really like the screenwriter's vision for the second movie, but I mean, I think the shots are cool. I think, there's there could have been access for a third movie, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Anyway, going into my other movie reviews, sorry that this is so long compared to my other ones. But going into my other movie reviews coming up. So Obsession, everybody's doing Obsession right now. I'm gonna just kind of give a quick movie synopsis, and that's gonna be my next one. Just because it's gonna be easy to do. Like I said, everybody's doing obsession right now, like the movie reviews. They're kind of going long-winded into it when it's kind of a short and simple storyline. But like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. That's gonna be my next one, and then I think there's Hokum after that, which I think was a better movie storyline wise because it wasn't like all over the place. Like, you know, Hokum's cool, and then I think I have a couple other ones. I'm not gonna do Euphoria or any type of Euphoria series because Euphoria is dog shit. Like, you know, if you would like to watch that, then go ahead. But it's storyline's dog shit, doesn't make any sense, and especially with your third and final season coming to an end next week, like it doesn't make sense to make a review on that because there's so many different storylines. Anyway, yeah, and then I mean, we'll see what else. I mean, there's a lot of other movies that I'm gonna have to backlog and probably like review one by one. But after Hokum, at least I want to do Ocean's 11 and then Ocean's 12. And if I'm able to get those out actually on time, then like within like a couple days of each other on time, so that way you guys have consistent content. Then I mean maybe 2 movie reviews a week because I do watch a lot of movies. It's not like I don't. I'm not one of those guys that are going to watch like a crime documentary series and post my review on that because I mean I feel that's up to the opinion of the viewer. Like you guys don't need my opinion on that. Like, and I'm not a comedy channel. Like I'm purely just trying to make this for movie reviews. Grew up watching movie reviews. Something to kind of put in the background. You know, not really trying to be like a cinema critic because like that's always boring. Okay, like you guys don't want to hear my opinion. You guys want to hear my thoughts on a movie, and that's it. Okay, like there's no reason for me to boast my opinion on it if I'm not in the film industry all the time. Like with movie specifics, bro. Like you guys probably are not gonna get it. Like I don't get it. I'm not like a huge film critic like that. Anyway, I hate people like that, to be honest with you. But anyway, yep, this has been my long review for Believer 1 and Believer 2. They are both on Netflix. Another movie that I'm also going to add, but it's a lot more of a longer storyline and it's more in depth, is a movie called well, I'm thinking about 2, but we'll start with the first one I was thinking about. It's called A Family. So it's about it's a fictional story about a young man's journey into the Yakuza. Also a Netflix movie. And then The Outsider is also really good. It's a very slow burn and it's kind of boring at times, but it's with Jared Leto and it's probably the only movie that I like outside of Mr. Nobody, but like the only movie that I like that he's actually in, and I think like it's a decent storyline. Yeah. So I will be reviewing more movies in the future. Right now it's gonna go like future movie reviews, Obsession, Hokum. Then we are going to do Ocean's 11, Ocean's 12, and then probably A Family. Okay, and that should be from right now, May 26th, 27th, to about the end of June. I will be moving apartments, so I don't know how long of a break I'm going to take on movie reviews, so that's why you're getting this long one here. But yeah. Keep that in mind. Alright, thank you. Please make sure to like and subscribe just to support my movie review stuff. I would like to make this like a side job at some point, not immediately, but it would work. Thank you for your time. I hope you enjoyed the long review. Alright. See you guys later. Hello everybody, this is Wheels the Writer with a writer's review on a movie. Today is going to be a double feature. It's going to be a movie review for Believer and Believer 2, which is a movie series on Netflix. It was produced in South Korea. It is currently on Netflix. I'm pretty sure that it was co-produced by some Netflix representatives. Anyway,